Hello, everybody. What is going on? The Vancouver Canucks pulled it off, and it was a real weird back and forth. There were so many shenanigans. There was times where I was happy. There was times where I was sad. And honestly, there were some times where I was just completely pissed off as well. And we're going to get to all that lovely stuff. But what's going on, guys? Happy to have you guys with me right now. So you guys know what to do because we are now indeed live. Go tell your friends that we are live. We're going to be talking about this Canucks versus Columbus Bluejackets game. It was something. It was definitely something. Pretty back and forth affair, but it was a good one. Give me a sec. I will say this. The game itself, immensely entertaining. So, a few things before we get started. As you probably noticed, there's a few differences. I'm changing. Oh, I have my Nashville Predators lineup out there. Great. That's a great start. I clicked the wrong one. There we go. There we go. That's better. So, we have the Canucks beating Columbus. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Yeah, there's a few different setups that we're even trying out. I've been working on this on the side. And what you see over there on this side right here is a live updated tracker of some of the major insiders and what they're saying about the game. And of course, we actually have highlights as well, which is a huge upgrade in our lovely streaming setup. So I really hope you guys enjoy that, and we will get the news of like St. Patrick Valvine, for example, is going to be on After Hours. We're going to get some of those instant reactions as well. By the way, Ringside is live as well, so that's kind of cool. All right, so let's get to the game right off the bat. Before we start, I'm on there. What's up? So let's get to the game right off the bat. So the Canucks had a pretty weird start to this one, personally. I thought they it's not like they didn't come out well. It's just, it was weird. This game just didn't make a lot of sense. I think that's the best way to describe it. You know what I mean? It just didn't make a whole lot of sense tonight. So let's kind of get to it. But before we do that, let's get to the comments. Ashura, what's going on, man? Nice to have you in here. How do we win this? I don't know, man. That was a weird one, man. That was a weird one. I thought this was going to be a much different stream, but yeah, that was definitely a pretty unexpected one for sure. What do we got here? This game was so back and forth, man. I can't agree more. That was definitely one of the most back and forth games, but highly entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, it was an extremely entertaining hockey game. I really enjoyed it. I felt like smashing my head against the wall, yet we still won. Feels like a fluke win. I wouldn't go as saying fluke, but, you know, there were weird moments. Like, for example, we lost the face-off battle. We're going to talk about that, the shots battle. We lost a few battles for sure, but, like, there is obvious needs of this team, and it's becoming pretty evident, and if we don't do something soon, we are going to probably go, unfortunately, on a losing streak. But they're really working hard to pull this off right now, and that's really nice to see. So hopefully that they go out and continue to play with some of this effort, because they do have a ton of effort. There was some bullshit calls by the refs today. There were some dirty-ass hits from Olivier. Yeah, man, there were some weird things that was going on, man. This game was an odd one. Canucks need a shutdown center who can skate and win faceoff. Forget second line center. LOL. Give us a heart and soul guy. Well, we have Atu Ratu, right? That's kind of what they want him to be. Obviously, he doesn't have the offensive ability to be that guy, but he is the faceoff guy on this team. So that there's definitely something there. I had to see, this is from Jason Chan, I had to see a relative in the hospital, so I only had radio on at time, so I didn't get to see the game. Well, hopefully your relative's okay at the hospital. Wishing nothing but the best. And as for the radio, man, I'm sure it sounded pretty fun on the radio, man. Like, it was a pretty back and forth affair, honestly. Canucks with a gutsy win, still kind of struggling against those teams that have rebuilt over the years. We need more feistiness to our team. I don't know, missing that tough guy stand up for each other more. Well, they did stand up for each other. The problem is we're not that big of a team So guys like Olivier and Wilson, all these guys can kind of run around and do whatever the hell they want. Well, Wilson was a pretty clean hit, but this Olivier one, like, that was dirty behind. He didn't turn at the last second. It was just a straight, and against the rookie too. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand what he was thinking there. I just don't get it. Like, I know he's a physical player. He's one of the toughest guys in the league. Usually he doesn't do shit like that, so that's kind of surprising me. But yeah, that was a weird one, man. But hopefully, PD came back, so our DPD came back, so we know that he's completely fine. The obvious hooking on Hughes at the end, brutal no call, absolutely brutal no call. I honestly could not believe that was not a hooking penalty. Ferraro just lost it. He absolutely lost it, by the way, during that, which was, I can't really blame the guy. Right? It's hard to blame the guy, man. Like, the Quinn Hughes was so blatantly hooked, it wasn't even close. So, yeah, that was interesting there. All right, quickly, let's go see what is going on the Twitter. Rick Dollywell mentions the Canucks are up and Lions are down. Yeah, BC Lions lost the last few minutes of the game. I watched the ending of it. I don't know how they lost that game. The defense didn't really come through. Crowd is going well. Tommy's out here. Elvis, last time the Canucks, well, not tonight. Hockey Odds didn't forget about it. By the way, Braden Coots tonight had 6 points, and he was just the third star of the game. Drew O'Connor was brilliant tonight. Another good game for Drew O'Connor. This is actually now, Drew O'Connor, I would say right now, he's probably playing some of the best, like, honestly, in his career. Like, he's playing, honestly, some of the best hockey in his career right now. He's playing unbelievable, right? So it was nice to see there. Elias Pettersson with the 2 massive blocks, by the way. 2 huge blocks. So we had Selke Petey come out there. Look at that block. Look at this block right here. So Petey goes down. Boom. Beautiful. And then another one on a clapper. He just goes down and takes it. Like, this is the type of shit that when okay, so he's not scoring. He's not shooting as much. Trust me, I got really annoyed at that back pass a little bit earlier on in the game. But he's still going out and doing things like that. And doing things like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was brilliant, man. So I really, really, really enjoyed that. Refs had a legacy game as well. The amount of blatant non-calls was infuriating. Dude, man, the refereeing was real poor, man. Like, I'm not one to really complain about the refs that often, but the refs were real bad tonight, man. Let's be honest, man. The refs tonight, I don't even know what they were thinking, personally. Like, that Quinn Hughes one alone was so bad. But whatever. Shit happens, I guess. We can't really blame all on the refs, right? Jason Chan said, someone asked me what to do with this team. I wouldn't press the nuke button for a rebuild. I would hold off and trading those first for the next few years. Kane's contract will be up. The thing about this whole, because I'm seeing the discussion. I get it. I completely 100% get it. I do. But we know this ownership is never, ever going to rebuild. We know this. Canucks fans went through Jim Benning era. We know this. If they weren't going to do a full rebuild during the Benning era, do you actually think they would do a full rebuild during this era? It's not going to happen. They will not do it. So it's kind of a pointless conversation, but I know the conversation is out there. I'll probably even make a video on it because so many people are talking about it. And maybe, I guess, hypothetically, it's a lot of fun to talk about because who do we trade? Who do we not trade? Who's going to get? Who's going to who's the guys who are going to stay? Who's the young guys we build the team around? You know, if you're going to do a rebuild, this is the year with McKenna, right? So, like, especially when you see guys like Bedard and, you know, Celebrini just ripping up the league right now as well. Hito's cap hit will likely be off the LTIR, but for more cap space, we can consider moving Hoglander at $3 million. 1 second. My brother hit me up. So the thing is with Philip Hedl is apparently the progress has been getting better today. So we did get a little bit of a Philip Hedl update. So he is getting a little bit better today, which is obviously real good news. We want Philip Hedl to be as healthy as possible, but it's pretty unlikely he's going to come back anytime soon. I would guess he's not even taking any physical contact or anything like that, right? We care more about his long-term health more than anything. Now, with Hoglander, do you really want to move him? Like, I know he's hurt. I know he's up and down, but like, there's a tenacious guy who can turn into a Connor Garland. Like, would it be crazy to think, guys, everybody in chat right now, everybody, let me know, first of all, at the game, and let me know in general, is it crazy to think that he could turn into a Connor Garland type player? Because I can physically see it, man. I can see that happening. Definitely. Personally. But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Just my opinion. Next up, we have our side note. Oilers got killed by the Colorado tonight. 9-1. Good night for us. Yeah, Oilers got their ass kicked. So it's always nice to see the Edmonton Oilers get absolutely killed in the game. It's just fantastic. But I will say I do have McDavid in my hockey pool, just the way it turned out. So if they lost 9-5 with McDavid with 5 points, I think I'd probably like that a little bit better. But hey, that's just me. Hey, great win. Hey, what's up, Evil Homer, man? What's going on, brother? Nice to have you in here. Sure, Doc has no hands, all plays that, but he gets goals. He finishes. He's a good finisher. And he's really starting to turn it on now. Like, you can see the guy is really starting to pick up the pace. And it's exactly what we need from him. We need him to continue to go out and play extremely hard right now. We need it. And they did, man. They are, the thing is, the guys like Doc, guys who just got signed, we need those guys because they're going to be around us for a decent amount of time, right? So I don't know. So, by the way, let's go back quickly here before we go back to the comments. Let's go quickly back into the Twitter sphere and let's see what some of things. So there is some, I don't think audio will work on this. So this is actually going to be a nice little test. So I'm going to play this and you guys are going to let me know if you guys can hear the audio, okay? So I'm playing it right now. I just want to know if you guys can hear the audio. If the answer is yes, great. If the answer is no, that's okay too. But I'm not so great, my wife says. But just let me know if you guys can hear the audio, okay? So while we get to that. But he mentions a lot of contributions from everybody throughout the lineup tonight, which is great. It's an awesome win. So that's actually nice to see. So, all right, next up. The Brock Boeser goal was absolutely amazing. Boeser stopped the puck mid-air with his backhand, considering the velocity of Sherwood's pass. By the way, Sherwood's first assist, okay, then that snipe, wow, amazing. Brock Boeser, I believe now has scored four in a row. So let me quickly go on NHL.com here. I'm going to go bring up the box score because I actually forgot to pick up the box score here for the Canucks here. So I really want to get that for you guys. So here we go. There's the box score. Box. All right. Boom, 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 and this. All right. So here's the box score for tonight. Now, Brock Boeser now with another goal. I believe now that's 4, maybe 5 goals, if I'm not mistaken, in a row. 4 or 5 for sure. And Brock Boeser is just the guy just knows how to score big goals. He always scores these big goals. He had 16 minutes of ice time today, so a little bit less than usual, but the guy scored another big goal. Now, was it the nicest goal in the world? Probably not, because, Elvis had a piece of it, right? He probably should have had it, let's be honest, right? But, hey, it's okay. Garland tonight, just a workhorse once again. You know what? It's crazy to say this, but, he just reminds me so much of a guy like Sam Bennett. Not as much of a finisher, more of a playmaker, but just the guy is relentless. He's a relentless hockey player, and he always seems to show up. and it's really nice to see. So Connor Garland tonight was real good. He had the 20 minutes. Baines, I didn't hear too much from today. Drew O'Connor, big night tonight. 1 goal, 1 assist, +2 in the 15 minutes. Pettersson today, weird-ass game for PD. At the end, huge, massive blocks. 2 beautiful blocks. Let me get those up for you guys again. Let me get those blocks up for you guys so you guys can take a quick look here. Right. It's right here. All right. So here's the blocks by PD. Look at this. Boom. He's laying down. You see that right here? Laying down. Boom. That's the first one. And then while he's down, he sees the other guy. He's going to go for it. And he's like, oh, fuck it. I'm going to take another one. And he puts his head down. Boom. Blocks the second one. Just an absolute monster shift there from Pettersson. That wins games, man. Like that wins. Like it just wins games when you see guys put in that type of effort. You know what I mean? Now, the bad part about PD tonight is these fucking drop passes. For the love of God, stop with these little dinky drop passes when you're on like almost a break. Like, I don't know how many games now, 3 games in a row, at least 5 of them total, like not games, but like chances in the last three games that he had these little drop passes, and they always seem to get picked off. For the love of God, just shoot the puck. Use your offensive instincts and shoot the puck. That's all we want. Just shoot the puck. So Pettersson tonight, though, with the 2 blocks, man, I really, really enjoyed it. That was just real huge. So he did drop the pass to Meyer. Now, I guess, you know what? That's fair. You know what? That's actually a good take. Mega says he dropped pass to Myers to shut your mouth. You know what? You're right. He did do that little drop pass to Myers, but you want to know the difference? That was near the blue line, not on a semi-breakaway one-on-one with the guy, and a defender was kind of a little bit on him. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big difference, but you know what? He did do a little drop pass, and Myers, by the way, with an absolutely nifty move there. So there was that. Hedl gives Ferland vibes. Well, we just want Hedl to be healthy, man. And Ferland had his career cut short, which was really unfortunate, man. Hoglander could absolutely be a Garland, tenacious, skilled, massive effort. Love him. Moving him would be a mistake. I agree, man. I think it would be a mistake because I think he can go out and work extremely hard and become that Garland-type player for us. Man, I'm like... I have like weird things going on with my lips right now. Need Bluger back to replace Reichel. Reichel need better center defense. Yes, but he's not a second line center either. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he's not a second. Like, it really is fascinating to see what the Vancouver Canucks are going to do about the second line center situation. Like, we're holding on right now, right? We're holding on to this season, but we're going to have to get a second line center or we're not going to make the playoffs. Like, I just don't feel there's a realistic shot of making the playoffs without a second line center. So how do we go find one? We're going to have to make a trade. I just hope it's not that bad of a trade, personally. But like, everybody's panicking one day and then everybody's happy the next day and panicking one day. And then, you know what I mean? It's just back and forth between so many people, right? And it's just like, let's give them until like 25, 30 games. Like, give them 30 games. Let's give them 30 games. Let's see where we're going to be at. And then we can make a kind of a better judgment, because this back and forth is crazy right now. It really is. We need to get better at holding leads. I agree, man. Our defense just needs to play better, man. We're getting killed 5-on-5 this year. That's not good, right? Huge 2 blocks for PD at the end. Absolutely monstrous. Monstrous. Beautiful blocks. Yeah, can't agree more. Ashura says, our power play is atrocious as well. Absolutely nothing happened. Yeah, that 5-minute major was rough, man. First of all, it was the right call. It was a dirty hit. 100% deserved the 5. We didn't do anything on the power play. It's not like we're not moving the puck. It's just, it doesn't feel like we're shooting the puck, man. Like, That's all it is. It just doesn't seem like we're shooting the puck more than anything. Like, we need more high-quality chances. Quinn Hughes breaking ankles near the end of the game, by the way. Tommy's going to have some videos on that for sure. I know a lot of people blaming EP40 for all the issues, saying he isn't scoring playmaking much. He's not all the issues, but he's up and down. He's fine this year. Like, he's okay this year. A lot of people want him to be better than okay, so that's why they're being critical. But he's been all right this year. Like, I don't have a crazy amount of complaints about Pettersson. I just need him to start shooting the puck more. Like, I don't think that's so much to ask. By the way, all the people that are regulars here, welcome. Nice to have you here. All the people that are lurkers in here, please introduce yourself in chat. Subscribe if you guys want to be a part of this. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the hockey season, so hopefully we can go out and do that. Got a bunch of videos coming out, so it'll be great. Also, thank you to all the members that you can see on the bottom of the screen. I put your guys' names up there, and I really appreciate it, man. Like, we're trying to reach 10 memberships as well, and all the subscribers and all that lovely stuff. So thank you so much for everybody to support me, not just on here, leaving comments, but financially as well. It really does go a long way, and I really do appreciate it. Jason Chan says, I am cool with Petey. Myers is either directly tanking the game for us or making... That's Chaos Giraffe, right? Not even Crosby could accomplish. There's no in-between between them. Yeah, Myers, this is just kind of what Tyler Myers is. He's kind of always been this way. This is just what he does. He's either great or he's not. But you know what? The last few seasons, he's been pretty good. He's been pretty good for us. Jork is going to be ours? Oh, I don't know. Are we ready? We're talking draft already? Bester's looking mint right now. He's finishing. Like, I don't think he's been dominating or anything like that, but he's finishing. And as long as he continues to finish, guy's going to drop 35, 40 goals this year. I don't think there's going to be one person complaining about his season, right? I hear that Horvat guy is pretty good. He's having, I think he's up to what, 12, 13 goals now? Maybe he's even on the Canada Olympic radar, which would be wild. Glad DPD came back. Yeah, man. DPD got absolutely lit up by a dirty hit. Not a big fan of it, but unfortunately, we had a 5-minute power play on it as well, by the way, and we didn't do anything with it, which was kind of disappointing more than anything, personally. Thoughts on Kane? Weird game for him. Missed a couple open nets at the very end. But you know what? I got to say, man, Kane has really picked up his game in the last couple weeks. Like, it's evident. His skating just getting better. Maybe he's just a slow starter. You know what I mean? Maybe he's just one of those guys who just starts really slow. Because he was rough for the first, 3 weeks of the season. But he's really started to pick it up a bit. So I don't really have too many complaints when it comes to Kane's play right now. I would like to see him. I know this sounds bad, but I want to see him get into a fight. And, if someone gets hit, get in there and scrap. I haven't seen Kane scrap yet, which is kind of wild. Considering how many fights he has in his career. Especially protecting teammates, too. And the guy always just used to love to fight, too. So, I thought maybe Kane should have grabbed Olivier there when he had a shift, but I guess it's not possible when he got kicked out of the game, right? One guy I'd love to trade back for. Jason Chan says, I think Horvat said he doesn't want to return to Canucks. It was a big mistake to trade him. He's not going to come back. Why would Islanders get rid of him right now? There's no way. Kane is doing much better in the last 4 games. First in, not so good whatsoever. Yeah, he's definitely playing better right now. All right, so let's go out and let's see what is happening on the Twitter sphere. And we got ourselves some locker room footage right now. Let's see if I full screen this. What happens? I can't actually physically see it. There are the boys. Yeah. Pretty happy. There's the Brusque. Look at that. See, man, the vibes are good again. We pulled out another big win. Sherwood with this first assist of the year. You know, Lankinen, I guess we haven't talked much about Lankinen yet, eh? There's Garland, absolute monster for us, like usual, like he always is. You know what, man? Lankinen tonight, other than one goal, which I'm pretty sure he would be the first person to get that back. Other than just the one goal, I think Lankinen was real solid tonight. I thought he played a pretty damn good game personally. So, it was nice to see Lankinen kind of have a nice. He's been pretty decent now for a little bit here. By the way, again, the blocks by PD. Everybody's talking about these blocks by PD. That's from the Vancouver Canucks. So Patrick Alvin has mentioned about a rebuild in Vancouver. Now, I have not heard this, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear the audio on this, but I really want to hear this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mute my microphone. And if you guys want to go listen to this real quick, first I'm going to play it, and you guys are going to tell me if you guys can. So let's see if you guys can hear this first of all. So whoever's in here, let me know if you can hear this. So first of all, can you guys hear it? Barely? No? All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go listen to this because I need to set up now using probably Chrome, because Chrome actually has turn it up. Well, I can turn it up. If you guys want to hear it, like, it's going to be kind of annoying. If you guys don't mind it being kind of annoying just for this stream only, and I'll kind of repeat what he's saying as well. But I'll get a better way of actually getting the audio for this stuff first so you guys can be happy. But for now, I'm going to crank this up, and I'm going to see if you guys can hear this as best you can. I'm going to give you guys my reaction to this live for the first time. Pretty standard answer so far. We see the young players coming up here right now with Pettersson, Wallinder, Lekkerimäki. There's a couple other guys, Minio, Kudryavtsev, Ty Mueller down in Abbotsford here that's getting a lot of extra minutes down there too. So that being said, we're transitioning our team here as we started the season. I believe is the fifth youngest team when they had the opening night roster, and I believe we're still very young here, and they get the experience, absolutely. And I think the plan, obviously, as I said, that they absolutely changed a year ago when we parted ways with he did mention that it changed, so that's good. Patrick, you are aware of the sentiment around town that says you should tear it down and start again. Let's see. Let's see what he says. I don't think you can do that when you have good players in Quinn Hughes, Demko, Pettersson, Brock Besser, and then the next wave of young players in Wallinder, Pettersson, Mancini. I'm going to pause it for a second. I don't think that's a good enough reason, personally. One sec here. I don't think that's. I'll continue playing it in a sec. I don't think that's the best reason, personally. A lot of teams have good players, and if they believe that this team or their team is not good enough to win the Stanley Cup, then sometimes you got to make real hard decisions and go out and make big trades. Quinn Hughes mentioned there is a really interesting one because the guy only is signed for another year, and if we don't make the playoffs this year and if we don't sign him to a contract extension, the guy is gone because we need to go out and trade him. If we lose Quinn Hughes, like we got to figure out a new plan altogether. I would rather figure out a plan now than wait and try to figure it out a little bit later. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, right now, we're still early in the season. We don't know what this team is going to be, so I want to stay a little bit more optimistic for now. But it does make you wonder here. So JT Miller mentioned Miller to the Canucks, trying to shift blame on trading away. No, yeah, the first part of the answer was pretty generic, but let's see what else he has to say. He's dodging.
Again, I mentioned those number of tweets that we got, most of them focusing on rebuild. Here's one from Crispy Canuck who says, don't you think it's important for the team to take a few steps back before moving forward?
Yeah, good question.
But I will ask you this. What do you think when you see teams like Anaheim, Chicago, and San Jose who tore it down and rebuilt ahead of you in the standings?
Yeah. Yeah, because they chose to do that process.
When you have players like Quinn Hughes, Elias Pettersson, and Demko, there is no guarantee you're going to find them in the draft again. More scouts have done a really good job finding guys outside the first round, and I think that's where we're going to set you up to be successful as you move forward. Same thing, finding college free agent player in Max Assanir and Archdeep Baines was a free agent signing out of Red Deer. I think those are credit to our scouting staff, and they will continue to find those players.
Yeah, I think I don't know. He seemed kind of he kind of dodged the answer. Let's be honest. He kind of dodged it. I don't know. Like it's not Alvin, man. We all know this. Unfortunately, this franchise will pretty much refuse to go and rebuild in the future. That's why it's really a weird conversation, man, because like they're never gonna do it. Like I would love for them to go out and, let's try it. Like, just for fun. Just like, why not? Like, I'm okay with it. Now, I'm also okay if they do everything possible, not minus like desperation trades to, make Quinn Hughes happy and get him to sign long term. I think that's important as well. And, developing these young guys, that could be big parts of this team. Because we have some really good young players like Willander. We have like Lekkerimaki, right? But it's just, I heard exactly what you heard. It's retool. Personally, and when they're talking about like, the only part I really didn't like when he's like, well, it's because we don't have a lot of good players, we can't do it. Like, there's a lot of teams that had really good players. They traded them away. They did a full rebuild, and now look where they are. It's not 100% formula. Yeah, Buffalo, Buffalo Sabres, they're the one team maybe you can say it hasn't really worked for them. Ottawa's finally starting to figure it out now, right? But there's a lot of teams that it has worked for them. And we had that crazy run that one year, and it was a crazy run, and it was a lot of fun, and we had a blast. But where is the, what's the limit? Like, Buffalo's a great example of it not going well. And they have great players too. They have Dahlin. He's a great player. Like an unbelievably good player. They have Tuck. He's a great player. But you know what? It's funny about the Sabres. They also had Jack Eichel. They traded him. They also had, what's his name? Reinhart. They traded him. Like they've had superstar players. They traded them. Right? These guys were young. They made the decision to go out and trade these guys. They were impatient as well. Now, of course, after rebuilding for so long, that's the way it goes. And I would love to maybe get a Buffalo Sabres fan in here to comment, or maybe I can get him on stream for a post-game show. That would be great to actually kind of go over it. But that's my take on it. But it was a pretty non-answer more than anything. I think that's pretty fair to say. Let's see if there's anything else here. By the way, Jake DeBrusk on center Elias Pettersson's blocks at the end of the period. Those are dangerous shots to block, but he's been doing that all year for us. It's true. I think he's got I don't know how many blocks he has, but it takes a lot of courage. By the way, Thatcher Demko is a possibility for tomorrow, according to Alvin. So that's some really, really good news there. All right, let's get back to the stats here real quick. Tom Willander with the 10 minutes played. He was pretty quiet tonight, but I thought he was fine. Hronek, you know what? Hronek is really establishing himself to be one of the better players in the league. Like, he is a real good player, man. And if we ever did decide to do that rebuild, like, there's a guy that I think so many teams would love to have, personally. I'll have to take a look at his no trade, if he has a no trade clause or not. That's maybe time for another conversation. DPD only had the 9 minutes, but he was injured. He was out of the game. Marcus Pettersson, I thought, was all right tonight. On the PK, I thought he was all right tonight, personally, as well. Quinn, also, he defended one of the guys when he got hit, which I love to see. Someone stepping in. That was good to see. Quinn Hughes absolutely broke some ankles tonight. But on the power play, I just didn't see too many crazy... I don't know, he just wasn't moving the puck as well on the power play. But outside the power play, I thought he was really dynamite. And then Tyler Myers was Tyler Myers. Tyler Myers was doing what Tyler Myers it's kind of what he does, right? So, yeah. So, quickly for the scores here, Jake DeBrusk had the goal, Drew O'Connor, Aturatu with the assist. Marchenko had a big night tonight. Varankov as well. Man, you know what? Drew O'Connor today, Quinn Hughes with the assist, Hronek with the assist, Connor Garland with the goal, Tyler Myers, Petey with the assist, and Brock Besser had the nice goal there at the end. Sherwood and Reichel gets his assist finally for the Vancouver Canucks, getting some points for it. The good guys. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed your post-game stream. We're going to be back at it tomorrow because they play against, I believe, the Colorado Avalanche, if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, that Colorado team absolutely killed the Edmonton Oilers. Just destroyed them. I think it was 8-1. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Also, let me know what you think about the format here. We're just trying to tweak some stuff, seeing if you like it or not like it. If you do like it, I'll continue to doing this kind of style. If you don't like it, let me know, and I can keep changing stuff up. We're just trying to change everything as we're doing it. We're trying to learn what works best for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Go Canucks, go. Let's get another big win tomorrow. I would love to see that. Going to be tough, though, honestly.